Welcome to the second episode of my series, Character Analysis, where I examine the evolution of a particular video game character throughout the years. In the last episode, I talked about Resident Evil's Chris Redfield, so I think it's only natural to talk about his partner and one of my favorite video game characters of all time, Jill Valentine. Jill Valentine is an ex-STARS member and is currently one of the main members of the BSAA. She was born in '74 and is of French and Japanese descent. Before joining Raccoon City's Special STARS unit, she was a part of the US training program, which is where she met future STARS colleague Forrest and received top marks for her well-developed fighting skills and bomb disposal abilities. After being recruited for STARS, she became one of the surviving members of the mansion incident in the Arklay Mountains, along with her partners Chris Redfield, Barry Burton, and Rebecca Chambers. After the first biohazard incident, Jill decided to stay in Raccoon City in order to finish her research on Umbrella's hidden laboratory, while Chris went to Europe to find Umbrella's HQ. In September of the same year, she was thrusted once more in the middle of a virus outbreak. Like in the mansion, people were turned into zombies, but this time the outbreak took place in Raccoon City itself. Abandoning her research behind that was destroyed in her burning apartment, she met up with her former colleague and pilot of STARS Alpha Team, Brad Vickers, and were suddenly attacked by an aggressive new BOW codenamed Nemesis, who, as she soon found out, was hunting former STARS members to silence them from ever uncovering Umbrella's schemes to the world. Although she was infected with the T-virus by Nemesis, with the help of an Umbrella soldier, Carlos Oliveira, who was oblivious to Umbrella's real intentions, she defeated the monster and fled from Raccoon City a few moments before it was wiped out by missiles sent from the US government in order to stop the outbreak from spreading.
It's coming!
Yeah. It's the end.
That's it. Umbrella's gone down.
Once Jill found her partner, Chris, both of them joined the private anti-biohazard service in 2003 and had an important role in the fall of the Umbrella Corporation, having defeated the new Talos POW and destroyed their Russian facility. In 2009, both of them embarked on a special mission following a tip from a reliable source that stated that Wesker was to be found in the estate of Umbrella's founder Spencer, and after a tough fight with their old foe, Jill threw herself against Wesker and the two of them fell from a window into the cold ocean in order to save Chris's life. While Jill was perceived as dead by her fellow comrades, she was in fact being experimented by Wesker, who survived the fall. To get revenge on Chris, he planned to use her as a test subject for his new virus, Ouroboros, but since she had been infected with the T-virus beforehand by Nemesis and was cured with the aid of Carlos, her body grew immune to viruses, and Wesker decided to use the powerful P30 chemical, which gave her superhuman strength, but also gave Wesker the ability to mind control her. After acting against her will and doing Wesker's bidding, Jill was saved by her partner Chris Redfield and spent the next few years recovering from this incident, as we can see by an email she sent Barry during the events of Revelations 2, where she humorously expresses her boredom and longing to return to action. Jill was the protagonist of Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 3, but also appeared in Resident Evil 5 as a boss. She also made appearances in spin-offs, like in the Chronicle games, and is one of the protagonists in Resident Evil Revelations. Jill is described as being cheerful but determined with a strong sense of justice, whose ability to think coolly under extreme situations has saved her companions numerous times. Her willpower towards the greater good is proven time and time again after the mansion incident, as she tried to raise awareness against Umbrella's wrongdoings even though no one believed in her, and in her fight against Nemesis, as she was infected by the T-virus, but stood up to face the monster once again as soon as she could, being cured with a serum retrieved by Carlos, proving that nothing could stop her from achieving her goal. Jill believes in the good side of people, which is established in the first Resident Evil, where even though Barry betrayed her, she understood him and forgave him after knowing Wesker used his family as a way to blackmail him. We can also see the commitment she has for her partners when she sacrificed herself to save Chris in the Spencer estate. Jill usually wears blue-colored outfits, her original one being a pair of assault pants with a light blue shirt, shoulder and neck pads, and a blue beret. In Resident Evil 3, she wore a blue top, black miniskirt, a white sweater wrapped around her waist, and brown tactical boots. Even though this is probably her most known outfit, it was criticized by the media at first for being too sexualized. Ironically enough, her later costumes consist in skin-tight bodysuits. Her face in Resident Evil Remake and quite a few installments after it, like in Resident Evil 5, was modeled after the Canadian model Julia Voth, who interestingly enough still makes Jill Valentine's cosplay to this day. Although she has been a brunette in almost every single game, her hair became blonde and skin became extremely pale in Resident Evil 5 after being experimented with the P30 chemical. There have been quite a few alternative costumes for Jill, including one that was made after the image of Sarah Connor from the Terminator series in Resident Evil Remake, and another one being taken from the Dino Crisis protagonist Regina. In Dead Rising, another Capcom-developed video game, you can find a restaurant called Jill's Sandwiches. This is a reference to the famous quote by the character Barry Burton, where he tells an awkward joke after helping Jill escape a booby trap.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
In the novelization version of the first game, Jill's father is revealed to be Dick Valentine, a thief who taught her many of his ways, explaining the fact as to why Jill is so good with lockpicks and disposing bombs. Dick was supposedly the one that made Jill start her career as an agent of the law in an attempt to pay for his wrongdoings in how he raised his daughter. This, however, has not been confirmed to be canon at all. In the 2007 Wii title Wheel of Golf, you can actually unlock Jill's attire from Resident Evil 3. In conclusion, I can safely say that Jill is one of the strongest women in gaming, being driven by her strong determination. She has a sense of humor, is loyal to her friends, and is always level-headed during the worst situations. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more character analysis, please do subscribe and expect more content soon. Thanks for watching.